this is a chart of their studying behavior. On the left-hand side, it shows the percentage of time that they were on task or off task. And I want you to note that even though they knew we were watching them, and even though they were studying something really important, basically they were on task between 65 and 70% of the time, that's all. And on the bottom are the minutes 1 through 15 where we were making our observations. So you can see, for the first couple minutes, they were as focused as they were going to get, and then they got distracted, and then they started to focus again, but at the 8, 9, 10-minute mark, they got very distracted, and then they started to focus again, but even though they were able to focus at the very end, knowing full well that they hadn't focused for the entire 15 minutes, that tailed off, and we figure if we kept watching them, we would see the same pattern of about 3 to 5 minutes of focus and then distraction, and 3 to 5 minutes of focus and then distraction. There's research out there that has shown that this is exactly the same results that you find with computer programmers, and very scarily you find with medical students studying in a medical library. We also, if you remember, we also monitored windows that were open on their screen, and what you see here is that the number of windows that are open starts low and then starts to grow and grow and grow. As they're studying, they keep opening more and more windows. And remember that 8 to 9 to 10 minute where they were the most distracted is the time that they had the most. And sadly, those who were most off task, those students who couldn't stay on task as much, had the most open windows. We also were looking to see what would predict someone getting a good GPA in school and what would predict someone getting a poor GPA. And interestingly, we found 5 things. The first one will surprise you. Those who were able to stay on task for more of our 15 minutes had a higher GPA in school. Those who had study strategies had a higher GPA in school. Those who preferred to task switch, meaning they preferred to look at one thing and then look at another and look at back and forth, had a lower GPA. Those who consumed more daily media had a lower GPA. And then remember, every minute we noted what was in the middle of their screen, and we looked to see if any websites were particularly distracting, and it turned out only one website was distracting, and that was Facebook. And if they checked Facebook even just once during the 15 minutes, they had a lower GPA.